When I was in second grade, I was diagnosed with dyslexia. From this being diagnosed with this disability, it has shaped me to the overcome it for the fact of it's changed the way I think, the way I learn, the way I study. Along with that, I want to go over ways you can help support people with dyslexia and the research that goes further into it. First of all, I want to talk to you about what dyslexia is. Dyslexia, according to the MayoClinic.org, dyslexia is a learning disability that involves difficulty reading due to problems identifying speech sounds and learning how they relate to letters, words, also called reading disability. Dyslexia affects areas of the brain that processes language. It's a lot to understand dyslexia, but in shorter terms, it just means that people with dyslexia, their brains work differently than people that don't have it. Dyslexia is shown to have increasing numbers in children, but along with that, children are born with it. So if you are diagnosed later in life with dyslexia, that means you are more likely born. But they, children and adults still struggle with it because it's a lifelong disability. Secondly, I would like to go over some of the organizations that help raise money towards dyslexia research. The first one is the Dyslexia Foundation, or TDF for short. It is a nonprofit organization that helps children with their reading disabilities and encourages them to go for higher learning. Along with that, that can be found on dyslexiafoundation.org. Along with that, there are many other organizations out there that help children, young adults with uh, this disability. For example, if you're a college student that suffers from dyslexia, or later, or with whenever you get diagnosed, you are diagnosed with dyslexia and you're still in college, you can be eligible for a dyslexia scholarship once you apply and meet all the uh, standards that they ask. But there are dyslexia scholarships out there that help encourage everyone with dyslexia to go to college and achieve higher learning. And some of those scholarships can be found on scholarships.com. And then lastly, I would like to go over the Scottish Rite Hospitals. It's one of the main organizations that researches and in dyslexia, but along with that, this one kind of hits home for me for the fact of it's kind of near home. Scottish Rite Center for Dyslexia is one of the leading research centers that once they get their research, they each annually they present their research to the Congress of Dyslexia, which in turns helps us understand dyslexia more and see how we can help better children, adults, teens, college students, anyone that is that has dyslexia and is suffering from it. And that can be found on Scottish Rite for Children. Along with that, Scottish Rite hospitals for the for this dyslexia center, they also help families who have children with dyslexia. They help them by offering treatment for them. Along with that, it kind of helps with research, but it helps them to discover new ways, new methods to help treat the disabilities that come with it. And then to, to conclude, there are many ways to help children and adults with dyslexia. for example, the organizations encouraging urging the person with dyslexia. Now, on top of that, donating to one of the organizations or the Scottish Rite Hospital. And thank you for listening.